What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to talk about relapsing on the ex-narcissist and how it only gets worse. Now, what normally happens after a breakup with a narcissist, you're going to go through a few stages of withdrawal. You're going to be sad. You're going to be extremely sad, confused, especially if it was brought on after an extended silent treatment, and I'm going to talk about that too. The thing about it is the narcissist they prepare you for what's coming because it's not like this is new to you. You have been here before, so you kind of know the stages that are going to take place going forward. So you can either prepare yourself for that, and during the time of the no contact that the narcissist is giving you, you can use that to your advantage to work on yourself, to get back into the old hobbies you used to be into, find new hobbies, reconnect with old friends and associates or family. Plan things with people to enjoy yourself. Not only that, like find people who you may want to share your experience with, having to go through this with your partner. You may want to share what you've been through. You may need a shoulder to cry on. I'm pretty sure you will, because they really do a number on us with the silent treatments in the Discord. The thing about it is, you gotta stick to it, because if you don't stick to it, you can easily fall back into the trap of finding your way back into their life. What happens is, not only they may start to hoover you and love bomb you a little later on down the line, it could take weeks or months. But if you're not sticking to, just cutting ties with it, you'll find yourself back in their life. And the abuse only gets worse. I know y'all probably heard that over a million times, but it's the truth. It only gets worse because to narcissists, they don't treat people as bad as we tell them they do. They're not going to receive that. They refuse to accept the fact that they're not, just as good as gold as they want people to believe. So what they're gonna do is kind of make you feel like what they did, you deserved it. Or if not that, they just didn't know any better. They may say things like, it's a growth process. I just have to work on myself. It becomes like a self-pity thing to where they need you to forgive them by them pretending like, well, maybe I do need help. Maybe I do need to take time off to work on myself because I deserve that. And that completely just dismisses the fact that they owe you an apology from what they've done to you in the past that led to the discard or led to the silent treatment. The thing is, giving them a second chance is relapsing. And once you relapse, again, it gets worse. It gets worse to the point of, you know, self-destruction, because they're not going to change and they're going to let you drown. They're not going to fix things with you. They're not willing to take accountability, for what made you call them out on something that may have caused the discord. But it's not always that causes like a narc breakup or for them to pull back or go silent or any of that. Sometimes they do it because they found other supply. And it's just as simple as that. And now with them finding other supply, they've taken away that attention from you. So sometimes they kind of make up reasons to start an argument. They make up reasons um, to make you question them about certain things. And then they put on and pretend to be frustrated and like they just had enough. And so they need a break from you. But all of it is premeditated. None of it is what actually happens in a relationship. They set up that false narrative because they kind of know that you're going to fall for it. So giving them a second chance is very risky because, again, it's going to get worse. They're going to continue the same behavior. They don't change. And it's just not worth it. For your own self-worth, find something else to do with your time other than thinking of reasons why the narcissist deserve a second chance. Because that's really what you're doing. You're thinking about, well, they deserve a second chance because nobody's perfect. A lot of times that's what people, they stand on that as a way to make themselves feel like, okay, now I found the reason for letting them back again because nobody's perfect. The narcissists love to use that on people until you start to pretty much say the same thing all the time so that they get their second chance. So you just kind of make it easy for them to abuse you, to mistreat you, to manipulate you, because you let them know that it's okay. It's okay. You constantly give them that pat on the back. You know, it'll be better next time around. And then you start to blame yourself. I was at fault as well because I shouldn't have done this. Instead of saying that, I should have said it this way so that you can make them feel better about how they reacted to abusing you. That's the trick they play on you. They want you to feel guilty for calling them out for their bad behavior, for mistreating you. And you're not responsible for their feelings once you call them out. Let them sit in it. They need to feel it and know that, you know, if they have a conscience, then they'll feel guilty. But they don't like the fact that, first of all, you're calling me out. How dare you point out my imperfections? You should only speak on what makes me a perfect person. That's how narcissists think. Do not call me out on anything. One, nobody's perfect, and it just goes on from there. And it's like once you say, well, no, nobody's perfect, but we know better. And once we know better, what? We do better. But the narc is just like, you know what? I don't have time for this because all you like to do is argue. And that's how they just kind of, pull themselves away from the moment that you deserve to have. You have every right to confront them. You have every right to point out the things that don't make you feel good in a relationship. You have every right to speak on it and express how you feel when they mistreat you or when they just do things out of the blue. You have a right to question it. So don't let them take that from you by making it easy, by giving them a second chance, a third chance, and a fourth chance because you're relapsing. And it's going to only get worse. It's a cycle of abuse that will never end until you decide to end it for good. The best way to do that, find ways of doing things for you that makes you happy. Get into new things, new hobbies, plan trips, just go places where you've never been. Just take a long ride out into the country or something. Listen to music you haven't heard in a while. Enjoy yourself by yourself for yourself. That's all that matters. And once you get into the habit of doing that, that habit will feel so good to you. It's like a burden will be lifted off your shoulder. You'll feel free as a bird. And you'll be so high on just life itself. You don't need the narcissist. That's the high that brings you down low. That's the high that drains you. That's the high that'll make you crash and burn. You don't need that. You want to feel good. You want to be happy and you want to be free. And most of all, you want peace of mind. You'll never have that giving the narcissist, multiple chances. Love yourself, and that love that you're willing to constantly give them with second and third chances, give it to yourself and do something for yourself. Love on yourself. You deserve that. And you deserve, again, to sit back and feel sorry for yourself at times because you didn't deserve that. Just don't wallow in it for too long. Move on and enjoy life the best way you know how. Explore and experience. You're going to find something good out of that. Trust me, been there, done that. And I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong. I'm not going to tell you nothing. If I can't help you, I'm not going to hurt you. You know, it's too much energy, draining energy, put into just wasting my time telling you something that I haven't experienced. If I haven't experienced it, I can't speak on it. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. But it feels good to be free from narc abuse, because when you find yourself just stuck into that moment again, you're going to feel that same high again. But again, it's not helping you, it's only harming you. And to the point of no return, it hurts you, it affects you mentally and physically. It affects your health. It affects your appearance, your performance at work, your weight. You know, you're going to either lose weight in an unhealthy weight or gain weight in an unhealthy weight. You're losing yourself slowly by relapsing on the narcissist. You deserve better, so do better for yourself and love yourself. That's the end of this video. Stay tuned for the next one.